Hi, I'm Sherry Coleman Collins, registered dietitian, nutritionist, and food allergy expert. I'm excited to be with internationally recognized food allergy researcher and pediatric allergist, Dr. Michael Pistiner of Massachusetts General Hospital, to talk about common peanut allergy myths. Mike, welcome and thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
I know that you have a long history of working on the issue of food allergy management in schools, Dr. Pistiner. Will you share just a little about what got you interested in this specific area of practice?
Well, when I was a second year allergy fellow in my training, my son had his first allergic reaction to walnut. And now, not only was I a pediatric allergist, but I also had the perspective of being a father of a child with food allergy. And I recognized the importance of advocacy and education and got deeply involved in school advocacy and education as well.
Wow. Well, I know that that is a great thing for the people that you work with, both in schools and other parents, because you're firsthand handling this yourself as a dad. So, thanks for taking time to be with us today. We know that many schools struggle with how to manage food allergies. Part of the reason is a lack of understanding about how to serve potentially allergenic foods safely, coupled with a lot of fear and anxiety about reactions within the food allergy community. I think that some of the biggest culprits here are myths and misperceptions, and I know that you agree. So today, I thought we'd tackle the top 5 myths we hear about peanut allergies. That sound good?
Perfect.
Awesome. So the first myth is that someone with a peanut allergy can't be near someone else eating peanut foods because of the potential for airborne reaction to peanuts.
So that is a myth. That smell that we smell is caused by a volatile organic compound, not a protein. The majority of allergic reactions are caused by proteins. And when we smell someone's peanut product, that volatile organic compound, also known as a pyrazine in the case of peanut, is not a protein and not something that would cause an allergic reaction. But if proteins are aerosolized by actively cooking, smashing, grating, and then putting those powders and proteins up in the air, that's something that when breathed in could cause an allergic reaction. There have been studies that have shown that being near peanut butter or even having it touch the skin, these contacts don't cause severe reactions. Skin contact can cause irritation of the skin, but neither being near it or it touching the skin can cause cases of anaphylaxis, the most severe kind of reaction. One study that tested the air above and around individuals with simulated situations where people were eating peanuts didn't find that there was detectable amounts of peanut protein in the air, except just after they were shelling peanuts. This was a limited form of exposure.
Mm. So that's good news for those who are eating in the cafeteria, for example. The second common myth on our list is that only peanuts can cause a serious food allergy reaction.
Again, this is another myth. Any food needs to be taken seriously, and peanuts are not the only foods that can cause severe reactions. Tree nuts also, but also milk, egg, legumes, wheat. These have also been known to cause severe reactions, and people with a peanut allergy or people with a milk or an egg allergy all need to take good care of themselves and manage their food allergies well.
Yeah, that's great information and such an important thing to remember that any food can cause a serious reaction in someone who's allergic. The third common myth on our list is that banning peanuts and or tree nuts from schools makes them safer for students with those food allergies.
So this has had some controversy around it, and some studies have shown that if there's a school-wide ban, it doesn't necessarily stop the presence of peanut or tree nuts from being in the school. And what the CDC recommends is implementation of good food allergy management strategies and policies that go at preventing allergic reactions to any food and that go into staff education and avoidance of cross contact.
Yeah, a comprehensive plan ensures that all allergens are addressed and creates expectations about how schools can be part of keeping students safer. Yes, a comprehensive plan ensures that all allergens are addressed and creates expectations about how schools can be part of keeping their students safer, regardless of their allergen. Our fourth myth is right in this vein. Only staff that have direct contact with students need food allergy training.
Yeah, and actually, the CDC recommends that any staff member who might interact with children with food allergies or be asked to help respond to a food allergy emergency should be trained. We never know when and where an allergic reaction in a school might happen. And so everyone should be trained to recognize a reaction and know their part in responding into their school's emergency protocol.
Absolutely. And I always recommend training every single year on food allergy management. So, speaking of emergency medications, the last myth is a twofer and is about treating food allergies. Some people believe the epinephrine needle is huge and they may rely on antihistamines as a first treatment.
Okay, so unpacking that one, two myths and for the value of one there. So the auto injectors are self-injectable epinephrine that can be given in the community setting, that can be given in school. These auto injectors have short, skinny needles, and they range from a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch, which is less than the width of a dime. And so, although the device itself might be significantly longer, that's a lot of plastic and springs, and so the actual needle is very short, just at the tip of the device. And the second part of that myth was antihistamines don't take care of the symptoms that are potentially life threatening. So, antihistamines are good for comfort, and they happen to be good for skin. But as far as the coughing and the cardiovascular symptoms and things like that, that's where epinephrine is first line treatment. It works fast, it's safe, and staff who are appropriately trained, and policy that allows for access to this emergency medicine, is really important.
Yeah, and nobody wants to use a needle, nobody wants to get an injection, but this is life saving medication. So, Dr. Pistiner, thank you so much for being with us and for sharing all of this fantastic information. I know that it'll help school nutrition professionals and anyone who watches this video feel more confident about safely serving peanut foods in their schools. So, I encourage all of you to watch the rest of the videos we've provided. They include tips on communication, addressing common myths like these, and how to create an allergen management plan, among others.